Hey guys, it's Philip Fortenberry with Fatherhood Revolution. Did you ever have something that you struggled with, maybe even from your childhood, and you really thought that it was your fault? I can tell you that that is the way that I felt so much of my life. I felt like my parents splitting up was my fault. Why? I was only 13 years old. Really, I was 12 years old. But my father had exposed me to an affair that he was having, and he required me to keep it a secret from my mom. And after they split up the first time, my dad left us the first time, really is what happened. I felt like it was my fault. I should have told my mother. And then as he came and he left, and he came and he left, and I listened to my mother cry in the night, it seemed like it was all my fault. Now, I was only 13 years old at the time. And I carried that guilt for so long, feeling like I was the only one who knew. I was a coward. I should have done something. But guys, here's the truth. The truth is that was not my fault. That was my father's fault. He put me in a position really no child should ever have to face. But I want you to understand that if you carry some kind of guilt like that, that it's going to affect your life. It's going to affect the way you're a dad, the way you interact with your kids, the way you interact with your wife, okay? And if you're always feeling like everything is my fault, I would ask you to take a look back into your background, into your history, and when is it that that began for you? And then I want you to put your kid in that position and ask if the exact same thing happened to him or her, would it be their fault? And if the answer is no for your kid, then it's no for you, okay? You see, my dad made a lot of mistakes back then. I took responsibility and ownership of the fact that it was my fault, but it wasn't my fault, that was his fault, okay? Now then, if you have something like that, guys, I just want you to do that. Put your kid in that position and ask the question, would it be his or her fault if the exact same thing happened to him or her? And if the answer for your kid is no, then the answer for you is no, okay? And so this is Philip Fortenberry, Fatherhood Revolution, about to sign off, reminding you, don't forget the kid next door who has no dad. He needs you, and I used to be that kid.